Welcome everyone to Throwback Gaming's Blooming Nightshade Let's Play Part 2. Last time we did the prologue. That's not the right thing. Oops. Return. Anyways, we did the prologue story last time, and this time we're going to be doing the Azumi Kawano story. So let's jump in, shall we? Week 5, 11 weeks left in the semester. I decided to watch Agumi during volleyball practice. Despite her efforts to recruit me whenever they stopped for a break, I resisted. I waited outside the locker room after practice, and Agumi came out looking fresh from her shower. Did that keep you waiting? No, not really. Also, for those who don't remember, this is our main character right here. Her hair was still a bit wet, so it glistened. I caught myself staring and forced myself to look away. So, still no interest in joining us? No, I don't want to get that sweaty. Too bad, you'd probably be great if you gave it a shot. If I mess up bad enough, maybe you can even upsert me as the team captain next year. I don't think you'd really want that. She smirked at me as if waiting for a response to her joke. But we were interrupted by two of Agumi's teammates who asked her a few questions. After Agumi directed the girls on what to do, they left. You really put a lot of effort into helping your team. That comes with being captain. That's true. You want to be knowledgeable. People don't want someone in charge who doesn't know how to answer questions about, common basic stuff they should know. She said that with a big smile. I guess she really was amazing, to do so much for her team because she enjoyed it. Well, it's good that she enjoys it, but it's also because she's good at her job, Besides, a lot of problems I'm asked to fix aren't too difficult on their own. If I couldn't help out my team with these things, they'd be better off with someone else in charge. Very true. Don't you ever get tired? Agumi consider that for a moment. Sometimes, but it's nice to be left up to. She gave me a nasty grin. But I guess you know more about that than me. Throwing shade about the tall jokes again. I whined. Agumi. After talking with Agumi for a little bit longer, I went back to my room. I wonder how Agumi became such a good team captain. I don't know. Practice? Also, probably because she's just that kind of person anyways. She seems very sociable. Week 6. 10 weeks left in the semester. While looking over some reference books in the library, I overheard some familiar voices in a nearby aisle. Curious, I went to check out the voices. Peeking around the corner of the aisle, I saw Agumi and Sahura. Agumi was carrying a stack of books while Sahura browsed the shelves. This is the girl that we called a princess last time. You got quite a pile going there. Sorry, we need all these books in order to find what we're looking for. Oh, I don't mind too much. Helping out a pretty upperclassman is quite a reward for something this easy. Agumi is such a flirt, and she looks embarrassed. She does have pretty eyes, though. Sahura grinned, shaking her head a bit. Is that meant to be a pickup line? Good job, Sahura. You're afraid I might be only commenting on your ability to try to win points? It's been known to happen. Can't be too careful. She's got pretty eyes too. They're like amber. I'm colorblind though, so that might be wrong. I was about to pull back behind the aisle when Agumi noticed me and smirked. Looks like we have someone keeping an eye on us. Is she your chaperone? Sahura turned to look at me. Oh, hey there, Hamoka? Great. I got seen. Don't let me interrupt your date. It was a silly line, but the only one I could think of in the heat of the moment. She got embarrassed. She's sweating. That's funny. Sahura had to look away to hide a blush, and even Agumi seemed a bit flustered. You're reading a bit much into this. I mean, you did just hit on her, so, you seem embarrassed that she said something about it. I mean, you two are cute together. And now she's embarrassed. Great, we just made the situation awkward. I appreciate the compliment, but we're just doing schoolwork. I shrugged and started to back away. You're like, well, now I'm embarrassed. Either way, good luck with whatever. See ya. Time to retreat from the awkward situation. I hurried away, heat rushing to my face. What a mess that was. Yeah, it would be funny if those two got together though. Since you said something about it now, you know. Week 7, 9 weeks left in the semester. I went to watch Agumi's volleyball practice again. She seemed really focused during the whole practice match. I ended up walking with the team to the locker room after the practice was over, talking to some of the girls while I waited for Agumi. Agumi was still putting her shirt on when she came over to me, and I caught a glimpse of her toned belly. Ooh, are we checking our friend out? I must have made a face because Agumi winked at me. Liking what you see? Not sure if she meant the game or what I just seen. I decided to play it safe. It's fun to watch you play. Agumi frowned. She was talking about her body. More fun to watch than join, huh? I guess. We got nervous. I don't know. I guess we like her, and I think she likes us, but we neither one has said anything. Agumi didn't respond to that, but her frown seemed to deepen before suddenly disappearing. We left the locker room together, ending up in the dining hall. I just snacked on something, but Agumi was hungry after her workout. It seems tough to be a good player and a team captain. I suppose, but someone has to do it. Don't you have a manager or something? We used to, but she quit. Well, she sounds like a bum. Agumi was absorbed in her meal, not giving much thought to the conversation. Maybe I could try and keep track of some things for you. Agumi paused, frowning. You don't have to do that. Not many have the commitment to do much work for a team they aren't really a part of. Besides, I'm sure you have other things to do. I was a bit surprised at how upset she looked all of a sudden. Did she not want me to help her? I think she's still hurt about us not commenting on her body. I just wanted to offer. That didn't seem to make it much better. Agumi acted like she didn't hear my response, focusing on her food. She's pouting. Agumi. She sighed, then looked up at me. It might be hard to stay friends if you feel pressured to spend time with me. It's probably better if you don't get involved unless you want to actually play the game. I think it's more what she's saying is she doesn't want us. She's like, I don't think we would be able to be friends if we spent more time together. But she doesn't want to say that directly because she doesn't want to ruin the friendship. I see. I wasn't sure that made much sense, but it sounded like Agumi wasn't in the mood to explain. Once Agumi and I were done eating, we went back to our rooms. I wonder why Agumi seemed upset. We know why. She likes us, and we didn't say anything about her back, so now she's feeling bad. Week 8. 8 weeks left in semester. Agumi and I were struggling, studying in the dining hall after classes. We had a bunch of annoying assignments, so we were trying to get through them together. I was about to start tapping my pencil on the table in annoyance when I saw Naomi approach us with a plate. I like her eyes, they're pretty. Excuse me? Agumi looked up and then smiled at Naomi. Hey, you're a first year, right? Cooking club? That's right. We, had extra cookies after our meeting today. She held out the plate of cookies. They still look pretty fresh. These are for us? Yeah, I didn't know anyone else was handy, and I know you, so... Agumi took one of the cookies and bit a piece off. These are pretty good. Did you make this batch? Yes. She got embarrassed. Naomi was starting to blush a bit. She seemed really nervous. You'd make a cute wife someday. Agumi winked at Naomi, whose blush became more obvious. She is such a flirt. Thanks, Naomi. We'll take them. Oh, right. Naomi laid the plate down next to her books and then scurried off. Did I scare her off? She didn't even say goodbye. She might have been embarrassed by being compared to a wife. Agumi shrugged, taking another cookie and looking at her textbook. You should try these. It might give you some motivation to keep trying on those math problems. Not sure cookies will help me endure triangles, but I guess I might as well try some. Agumi and I continued doing our homework together, enjoying Naomi's spare cookies as we did so. Week 9, 7 weeks left in semester. This time I was going to offer to be Agumi's part-time assistant again. I didn't know if I had the time to be an official manager, but I still wanted to help. After volleyball practice, I cornered Agumi before she could leave. She seems curious as to why I stopped her. I still want to help out, if you'll let me. Why? Huh? Why are you insisting? You know I can handle this on my own. She kind of had a point. We were friends, but this wasn't my club. I was firmly not on the team by my own choice. Why do I want to help her so badly? Because I like her, or is this what a friend does? Let's just be friends for now. It's what a friend does. We're friends, aren't we? Why don't you want me to help you? Yeah, good question. You want to help me that bad? Agumi sighed, but then she grinned as she shook her head. Fine, but don't cry to me if it's too much for you. I won't cry. We spent the rest of the afternoon figuring out how I could help. Agumi seemed confused by my interests, but relieved by my help. I hope she's not overworking herself. Week 10, 6 weeks left in the semester. I was killing time after classes when I noticed Naomi standing by a window looking outside. Walking over to her, I noticed that she was looking at the sports field. What are you looking at? Naomi jumped a bit at my arrival, blushing as she turned to me. She's so shy, it's adorable. Well, I kind of wanted to see Agumi play volleyball. But I'm afraid to just barge in. She's shy. I looked out the window to see Agumi was indeed practicing with the volleyball team right now. Today wasn't one of the days I picked to help out, but I doubted Agumi would mind if I showed up with someone interested in watching. Should I help Naomi out? Take her to the game, or better not? Let's take her to the game. I mean, we are friends with both of them. It'd be a nice thing to do. How about I go with you? I doubt they'd throw us out if we just watch. Really? Is it okay? See, we made her happy. That's good. Sure, come on, let's go. Taking Naomi's hand, I lead her out to the field. Excuse me. Naomi seemed to be interested in watching Agumi and the team play volleyball. She kept asking me how good Agumi was. When we got back to the dorms after the practice, she and Agumi were talking about what happened during the games. That's called a spike. If the other team isn't ready for it, it's really hard to deflect. I see. These two would be cute together because she's interested in talking about it. I don't know if she's doing it because she's interested or because she just wants to listen to her talk, you know? Seeing that Naomi was really into this conversation, I decided to head on my own way for now. See you two later. Yeah, see ya, Hamoka. Agumi waved at me, and Naomi gave me an awkward smile. Yeah, because we left them alone to have private time. That's adorable. I headed back to my room, trying to decide what to do next. Week 11, 5 weeks left in the semester. I went to volleyball practice with Agumi to carry out some of the promises I had made to her. It was hard to keep track of everything, but I really wanted to help. Once practice was over, Agumi and I stuck around to finish planning out preparations for an upcoming match. I think we'll be fine with this plan. Good work. I'm glad it helped. Alright, I'm gonna wash up. See you later. I didn't feel ready to let her go, so I reached for her arm. Hey, thanks for letting me help. It sounded silly, but I couldn't think of what else to say. I'll take it, or you're still willing. That sounded kind of bitter. What do you mean by that? Agumi paused for a moment before responding. Well, you could still change your mind when things get too annoying for you. What? I'd never do that. Agumi shook her head. That's how everyone is. Otherwise, I'd still have a dad. Oh, your dad left for some reason. It felt like I'd stumbled upon something I wasn't meant to know. It took me a moment to respond. Your dad left you? Agumi frowned, looking away. He divorced Mom when I was in elementary school. That's too bad. Is this why Agumi didn't want me to help her? Because she thought I'd get fed up and leave? Probably. I'm not going to leave you like that. That's not what a friend would do. Agumi sighed. I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm going to shower. Yeah, it's probably still sensitive for her, even though it's been years, you know? She left for the locker room, leaving me on my own. I'm worried about her now. Yeah, should probably talk to her, but not at the moment. You need to give her time to think about it and stuff. Week 12. 4 weeks left in the semester. Ever since Agumi mentioned what happened with her parents, she seemed to avoid talking to me outside of class. Yeah, because she's worried you're going to bring it back up. After a few days of this, I started to get worried. I still wanted to help her out with managing her club, and I didn't want to lose her as a friend. With that in mind, I hurried up to catch up to her after classes had ended for the day. Hey, wait up, Agumi. Agumi turned to look at me, but frowned when she saw me. What is it? I stopped when I saw how Agumi seemed to be looking past me. It's like she didn't want to fully acknowledge that I was there. Well, we should talk about club stuff. You have a match coming up, right? Why don't we get some food and talk about how the team should train? Agumi lowered her eyes, saying nothing. After a moment, she sighed deeply. Hamoka, you're working too hard. Huh? She looked up at me, but didn't seem to be looking me in the eyes. She's lying to us. Take a break. It's not your club, remember? You didn't want to join. I don't want to burn you out to the point where you can't focus on schoolwork. I didn't understand what she meant. Yeah, I didn't know much about sports, but I wasn't overworking myself by helping her. You're not making sense, Agumi. Just, you don't have to come to practice anymore, okay? Why not? You're not making sense. Agumi glanced at some girls that were about to reach part of the hallway. I have to get my homework done. See you. She turned and left before I could say anything, and I didn't want to make a scene now that more girls were done with their classes. I don't get it. Does this have something to do with what she said last week? Yep, it does. She doesn't want to have to deal with it. Week 13. 3 weeks left in the semester. I went to volleyball practice, even though Agumi hadn't asked me to come this time. She seemed surprised to see me at practice, but forced a normal face right away. Oh, hey Amoka. Helping today? That's right. I wanted to ask her why she was acting weird, but I didn't want to embarrass her in front of her team. But once everyone else left practice, I made sure she stuck around. Agumi, why are you avoiding me? Agumi held out her arm and looked away. You're too close. I almost stepped away until I realized what she truly meant. Why are you afraid of that? Do I have to say why? It's because her dad left her, wasn't it? No, it's because she has feelings for you. Agumi, I'm not going to leave you like your dad did. Agumi tensed up. No matter what else happens from now on, I'm going to be your friend. Agumi continued to stare into the distance, frowning deeply. How can you promise that? When I let it slip that my parents are divorced, didn't that change your opinion of me? Didn't you start to think that maybe I'm not as strong as you thought? What? That doesn't make any sense. It's not like your parents breaking up is your fault. Still, that's part of my family legacy, and now that you know, we couldn't keep our family together. I shook my head, starting to get angry at how Agumi was interpreting this. None of that is your fault. People would judge you for that, that's on them. I'm certainly not going to hate you because your parents didn't get along. I still want to be your friend. Agumi took a deep breath. Fine, but I'm leaving you if you hurt me. I won't let it happen. Without warning, Agumi walked over and hugged me. Aw, that's sweet. We stood there silently for a while. What are you paying me back for? The question felt like it came out of nowhere. Huh? I must have done something to deserve this. That's not how this works. I'm your friend because I want to be, not because you did something for me. Exactly. Agumi sighed, pushing away from the hug. But there must be something you like about me, something you'd be upset about if it went away. She was quiet for a moment, not looking at me. I'm not going to stop being your friend over something stupid. If something is wrong, we can work it out together. I'll try to trust your word, but it's not easy for me. Yeah, she has trust issues because of her parents. Well, her dad. She left before I could say anything. It wasn't the result I'd hoped for, but I felt like she wasn't going to avoid me anywhere, at least. So, that's progress. Week 14, 2 weeks left in the semester. There was no volleyball practice today, but Agumi asked to see me anyways. Heading to her room, I found her wearing a cute dress. Well, that's nice. So, you want to get some dinner together? It's our weekend off, but I thought you might be interested in hanging out. That sounds good to me. I wonder if we're on a date. Agumi led me to the dining hall where we had dinner together. We tried to not discuss volleyball since it was a day off from practice. Instead, we talked about everything else that came to mind. Agumi seemed to be a lot more open, like a weight had been lifted from her. She even talked about her family with me. I learned that she had a brother that was in the university. I had a lot of fun talking with her, more fun than before. That's good. After we finished eating, Agumi leaned closer to me. Hey, Hamoka. Thanks for sticking with me even after I tried to push you away. I didn't want to give up on you. I'm glad you didn't. When I spit out that my parents were divorced, I was afraid you wouldn't like me anymore. But now that you know and still want to spend time with me, I feel so much better. Well, that's good. But friends shouldn't judge you for things like that, you know? Because everybody has a unique story. I smiled and nodded, glad that Agumi wasn't afraid of opening up to me anymore. I hope you don't have to worry about telling me those kinds of things in the future. What about your other friends? Do you think you'll tell them? Not yet. Maybe eventually, but I'd rather keep quiet for now. I'll keep it classified then. Good friend. Agumi chuckled, sounding relieved. Thanks, Hamoka. When we were done in the dining hall, I followed Agumi back to her room. Thanks for coming along. It was fun spending time with you. It's been a while since I was able to relax and not worry if I might say or do something that would upset someone. She's a pleaser. I'm glad I got to spend some time with you too. Well, don't hit your head on anything as you go back to your room. I opened my mouth to complain, but instead shook my head and chuckled. If you promise not to trip on a ball or something. I always keep my balls safely stored. We both chuckled at how dumb the conversation's gotten. That's cute though. When I headed back to my room, I felt happy. I hoped Gumi was happy too, and wasn't just putting on an act. I'm pretty sure she was happy though. Week 15, 1 week left in the semester. I was getting lunch in the dining hall when I noticed Agumi and Naomi sitting together at a table. Curious, I went over to them. Hey Agumi, what are you and Naomi up to? I look over at Naomi, who's hiding her face from me. It looked like she was blushing. I wonder if they're dating. That'd be cute. Oh, hey Hamoka. Did I interrupt something? Maybe. Agumi looked a bit concerned as she looked over at Naomi. To be honest, Naomi and I are sort of on a date. Hey, I called it. That's adorable. That's adorable. I'm glad it. They seem like they'd be a good pair. I guess your sudden appearance spooked her a bit. I blinked a few times looking between the two girls. That's adorable. You two are dating? Yes, that's adorable. Good for you guys. Excuse me. It was quiet, but I was able to hear Naomi force a confession out. When did this happen? Naomi finally looked me head on, her cheeks still bright red. Well, remember when I gave you and Naomi spare cookies? When she said that I'd make a cute wife, it made me feel happy. Aw, that's adorable. I see. Also, a little while back, you helped me get the courage to watch Naomi play volleyball. Hey, we helped him out. Yay, we got him paired up. Cool for us, for Matchmaker. When I saw her playing, leading everyone, I thought it was really cool. I suppose I can understand that. So, did Agumi ask you out after that? Actually, she came to me. Oh, that's adorable, because she's the shy one. Huh, really? Naomi nodded slowly. That's adorable. That's right. Well, you two look cute together. I'm glad you found each other. Naomi's eyes went wide and then she smiled. Aw, that's adorable. Thank you. Agumi blushed a bit, looking away. I'm glad you don't plan on teasing me about it. Why would I do that? Because she's a big flirt. Forget it. I shrugged it off. They probably wanted to be alone. Well, I'll let you do back to it. To your, date. I'll just go. I slipped on some of my words as I tried to back away, but they didn't seem to mind. As I went to find a table for myself, I hoped that they would be happy together. That's adorable. I'm glad that worked out. Hey, Matchmaker. I love it. Week 16. Last full week of semester. The last major volleyball game of the year was today. Agumi was pretty certain we'd win, but apparently the school we were playing had come from behind before. Kaomi and I went to the game to cheer Agumi on. Neither of us were that invested in the outcome, but Agumi was our friend. We didn't want to leave her hanging. We haven't seen this girl the whole time. What was she doing? The first half of the game was tense. The other team kept 1 point ahead of ours, no matter how well our team seemed to be doing. But Agumi seemed to rally the team for the second half, and after a slow start, we scored numerous times, ending the game with a comfortable lead. Good job. Agumi and her teammates celebrated, patting each other on the back and heading to the locker rooms together. Komodi and I headed to the dorms to wait for Agumi. When Agumi came back from the locker room, she was still getting her hair back in order. We haven't seen this girl since the prologue. I thought I saw you two out here. We had some time between studies. Good work out there. Yeah, you did a great job. Agumi grinned, looking a bit embarrassed, but it was hard to see if she was blushing since her face was still red from exertion. Glad I didn't disappoint you. I partially think you did a great job with those saves you made in the second half. Instead of setting up the team to make it easier for you to score and look good, you kept yourself on defense while letting others get the points. Well, that's a good team leader, to not be the hog and, do what's best for the team. I looked over at Komodi. I hadn't noticed any of that strategy. Huh? Really? Yeah, don't you remember? Agumi's only score was in the first half. She pays attention a lot. That's interesting. Agumi put her hands on her hips. Not exactly star player material, huh? To some, but anyone who pays attention would want you to be team captain. Thanks. This time I'm almost certain Agumi was blushing. She blushes way too much. Hey, you have a girlfriend, back off. Let's go find some food. I'm hungry after all this winning. Hope any fans you might have will let you eat in peace then. We headed down to the dining hall to celebrate the victory. We had to deal with some other girls coming to congratulate Agumi, but otherwise it was calm compared to the tense game. Week 17, winter break begins. I lay down in my bed, exhausted. Today marked the end of the semester. I had finished my last exam just minutes ago. Starting now, the school gave us a few weeks off before the next semester began. Some girls were probably packing up to go home for New Year's, but most of them, like me, were going to be sticking around. That's just how boarding schools work, though. I got used to it, since I could talk to my family on the phone or on social networks anyways. It was kind of nice being away from home with no homework or classes to deal with. If only the closest town wasn't an hour away by bus. I was thinking about the winter break when I realized that Christmas was this week. I sat up wondering what I would do. Not everyone considered Christmas a big deal, but I liked it. My parents always gave me at least 1 or 2 presents each year. That's nice. Aside from presents, I was told Christmas was a romantic holiday. You were supposed to spend Christmas Eve with someone you loved. Yeah, that'd be nice. I could try to set up a Christmas party with my friends. We could go into town and buy presents, then do a gift exchange. That'd be nice. Or I could try something else instead. I decided to send messages to each of my friends, seeing if they had any plans. After some effort, I managed to get a lot of them to agree to a party. We agreed to take the bus into town to buy presents for each other and then do an exchange on Christmas Eve. After deciding on the dining hall for the party location, I laid down on my bed to rest. Planning a party took a lot of work. Hope everyone's having fun. The Christmas Eve party came and everyone had a great time to agree to come to exchange their presents. Zahora was the first to open her gift. When she unwrapped it, she found a set of calligraphy brushes inside. That's cool. Who bought this? Oh, that was me. A bit of a last-minute decision. They'd be cute together. Zahora nodded, though her smile was a bit forced. Next was Komode, who ended up unwrapping a makeup kit. Uh-huh, maybe my cousin will want this. Who is this from? I assume that was a thing girls would like to get as a present. I don't think we met this person yet. Or maybe that's the girl that has the eye condition. There was a lot of tension in the air, so Kiku went for a gift that she had selected. I wonder who this is from. Opening the box, she pulled out a few measuring cups and other small kitchen supplies. Couldn't decide on just one. They're all pretty small, so I think it's still fair. Right, everyone? It's fine by me. Ogumi flipped open her own gift around to find the seam, not the stem, then tore opening the wrapping. Let's see here. She pulled out a set of socks. They looked like they were made specifically for cold weather, so they were thick. Those are for me. I tried to pick a size that would fit most of the people here. I might need some soon. My own socks are wearing out, so that's nice. Atoka went... Oh, yeah, she's the one with the eye condition. She bought the makeup kit. Okay. Atoka went next, taking the smallest box. I was a bit nervous since it was the one I bought. I wonder what we got. Opening it, she spilled out some Christmas-themed candy into the palm of her hand. Not very creative, but it could be worse. Who provided this present? That would be me. Thinking with your stomach, huh? Trying to grow big and strong? Agumi, come on, not here. Naomi was poking at her box nervously, so I mentioned for her to get started before Agumi teased me anymore. Inside Naomi's box, there was 2 sports brand energy bars and a DVD of some sports movie. I wonder who bought that. It was meant to inspire whoever picked it to go out and join a sports team. I had a specific target in mind. Well, you missed. Some of the other girls looked confused, but I think I knew what Agumi meant. Thank you for the gift. Well, that's kind of cute because they're supposed to be dating in this timeline. I took a deep breath and slid my present closer to me. Only Sohora's present remained, if I kept keeping track correctly. I wonder what Sohora bought. We'll see in just a moment. Opening the package, I found a copy of a novel from the Salvation series. I had to read it myself recently, so I wanted to share. This didn't really seem like something that fits Sohora's image. That looks like everything. Yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. Let's get some food and then we can call it a night. Well, that was interesting. Everyone got stuff that nobody wanted, pretty much. After getting something to eat, we broke into small groups to chat for a bit. Eventually, though, it calmed down to Agumi and Hamoka. You made a lot of interesting friends this semester, Hamoka. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to hang out with some of these girls. Is that really that strange? Agumi shrugged. Maybe not, but it seems like you branched out more than you usually do. Kayomi rubbed her chin. I wonder if she has a crush on someone. Wonder what? Was it because you were trying to find a girlfriend? I felt my face go hot, and my mouth didn't move quite right. Komi only noticed that I didn't respond. How did that go, by the way? I told you, it wasn't like that. I was just thinking out loud. Maybe you were being more honest with yourself than usual. Dang. Agumi. Komomi fixed her glasses. Well, you're still young. I'm sure you'll find someone someday. Come on, why are you two so obsessed with this? Kayomi and Agumi looked at each other then grinned. Well, you were kind of hoping you'd get a girlfriend. I was going to make a bet on it, but Komoda and I wanted the same thing, so it fell through. You almost cost us 10 yen, Hamoka. We both would have lost a bet like that. I hid my face behind my hands. You two are so mean. And that's pretty much how our Christmas party ended. I made a lot of new friends this term. Even so, I guess Hayoma and Agumi were right. I didn't end up finding a girlfriend yet. Oh well, I can always try it in the spring. For now, let's just enjoy having friends like these. And that's it for this game, I guess. We ended up with no date at all, which is kind of disappointing. But yeah. And this is the end game. Well, I was kind of hoping that there'd be more to it, but I mean, we didn't really get a lot of options to talk to other people, so it's kind of unfortunate. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel to know when videos come out, and I'll see you next time. And I might try doing a different path, since maybe, we'll see. If not, I'll see you on the next game. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until then, peace out.